Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're taking a deep dive into the heart of Southern Africa to explore the incredible traditions, the profound meanings, and the absolutely vibrant celebrations that make up a Zambian wedding.
So let's start with this quote, because this idea is really the key to unlocking everything else. You have to forget the idea of a wedding being a one-day affair. What we're talking about here is a carefully guided journey, one that prepares a couple not just for a single day, but for their entire life together.
And that journey is just unbelievably diverse. Get this, there are over 70 distinct ethnic groups in Zambia. That means you get this stunning, rich tapestry of wedding customs. You've got the Bemba, the Tonga, the Lozi, and each one adds its own unique, beautiful thread to what it means to get married in Zambia.
All right, so to really get a feel for this journey, here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with why it's so much more than just a single day. Then we'll get into the crucial lobola negotiation, the bride's very special preparation, what the wedding attire says, and finally, the amazing community celebration that pulls it all together.
So first things first, let's get down to the absolute foundation of it all. In Zambia, a marriage is never, ever just about two individuals falling in love. It is fundamentally about the union of two entire families and really two whole communities.
And this is where the elders come in. I mean, they are absolutely central to this whole thing. They're not just some honored guests sitting in the front row. No, they are the essential guides in this process. They're the ones leading the conversations, making sure all the cultural traditions are respected, and passing down the wisdom that makes a wedding a true continuation of their culture.
So that idea of family unity, it leads us right into one of the most significant stages of the whole process, the lobola negotiation. This is what formally and officially brings the two families together. Okay, so what exactly is lobola? This is super important. We have to understand that this is not a bride price. It's not a transaction. It's a really profound cultural agreement. Think of it as a symbolic gesture of respect from the groom's family to the bride's, showing how grateful they are and making a serious promise to care for their daughter.
And the process itself is highly structured, very formal. Each family appoints representatives, usually uncles or other elder relatives, to do the talking. And these negotiations, wow, they are a masterclass in diplomacy, in patience, and in mutual respect. It all leads to an agreement that might include symbolic gifts or cattle or sometimes money.
All right, so once the families are officially united through lobola, the focus kind of shifts to preparing the individuals. And there's a very special emphasis on the bride-to-be as she gets ready to start this completely new chapter of her life. Now, don't picture some modern bachelorette party, okay? This is something way deeper. These are intimate, really formative teaching sessions. The elder women in the community gather around the bride to share their wisdom, give practical advice on things like running a household, and just provide that moral support for the journey she's about to begin.
And you can see what they're focusing on here, right? Look at these values. It's all about what it takes to make a marriage last a lifetime. The focus isn't on the glamour of the wedding day, but on building the strength, the resilience, and the character you need for a strong, successful partnership. It is truly preparation for life.
Okay, so how does all of this deep cultural meaning actually look? Well, you see it in the clothes. The wedding attire in Zambia is like a language all its own. It communicates identity, respect, and readiness for marriage.
The traditional clothing is just beautiful, and it changes so much depending on the ethnic group. For the Bemba, a modest presentation signals readiness and discipline. For the Lozi, you might see a more formal, structured style, which reflects their respect for social order. And for the Tonga, they might use specific regional fabrics that connect the couple directly to their land and their family history.
And what's really cool is that many couples wear multiple outfits. They might wear traditional garments for a ceremony like the lobola to show respect for their heritage. But then for the church service or the reception, they might change into a stunning modern gown made with African fabrics or even a Western-style dress. It's a beautiful blend of cultural pride and personal style.
And finally, after all this incredible, careful preparation, you get to the celebration. And let me tell you, this is, above all, a deeply communal affair. This is where the joy is shared with literally everyone.
Food is huge. I mean, it is absolutely central. A big wedding feast, usually with the staple food in shima and lots of different stews, isn't just about feeding people. It's seen as a moral duty to be generous. It's a reflection of the family's pride and a way to honor every single person who came to celebrate with them.
And the music and dance? This is not a performance you just sit back and watch. Oh no, everyone gets involved.
Traditional drumming is the heartbeat of the party. You've got communal dances that bring generations together, and these joyful ululations that erupt to mark the most important moments. You're not just a guest at a Zambian wedding, you are an active participant in it.
You know, this brings us to a really powerful final thought. In a world where so many weddings are focused on being a huge spectacle, what can we take away from a tradition where the real emphasis is on preparation, on family, and on a joy that is actively shared by everyone?
So, when you boil it all down, the crucial point is this. A Zambian wedding is just a beautiful model of how you can honor the past while building a strong future. It's a celebration of marriage, not as one big day, but as a journey for the whole community, one that's shaped by deep cultural wisdom and a joy that is truly, truly shared.